We have all kinds of metrics, but the forecast was, our bull case was $1.5 million in 5 years. So that would have been 2027. We still have time. And we still think that's going to be right. If you just look at the institutional push into Bitcoin, this new asset class, they have to consider it as fiduciaries. When you use those code words, new asset class, what it means, the correlation of these returns are very low compared to those of other assets. We're not finished. And in fact, in our business, what's interesting is the wirehouses, which dominate our customers. So Morgan Stanley, all the advisors at these wirehouses, Morgan Stanley, UBS, Merrill Lynch at B of A, Wells Fargo, not one of them has approved Bitcoin on its platform. That hasn't even happened yet. And those are our primary clients. You know, we're saying, okay, let's try to figure out how many steps it takes for a merchant or for a consumer to pay a merchant. And that was 9 steps, including the 2 of them. And that's, and, you know, there are many other middlemen, but these were the most direct steps. And that is a 2 to 4% tax on every purchase in the world if you're using intermediaries, credit cards, and so forth. So just think about that. Cutting, you know, that tax rate dramatically is going to increase access dramatically. This is not just a technology. It's a new asset class, right? And beyond that, it's a global monetary system. You know, it is the first global, private, meaning no government oversight, digital and decentralized, rules-based. That's the most important word here. Rules-based monetary system in history. It's a big idea. We do a Bitcoin brainstorm monthly, and one of them was the convergence between Bitcoin and AI. And we had how in Africa, already this convergence is redefining division of labor. I mean, the gig economy we understand here in the United States, put that on steroids in terms of micro gig economy in the emerging markets. And you have a whole new kind of economy. So yes, very exciting. Now, what are we saying? There are 19.6 million Bitcoin out there right now, and the highest it will ever go is 21 million. Well, okay, there's real scarcity value. And what is going to happen? The price increase for every institutional dollar pushing in now is going to be much higher than it was last year, 2 years ago. It's, you know, we're going to get into, if these institutions really want to own it, what I found fascinating recently, just learned it this morning, is typically when you go through a price move, a Bitcoin price move to the upside, you usually see long-term holders, which is a metric we monitor. It's an on-chain analytics metric. And it means people who have not moved, or wallets that have not moved their Bitcoin. Well, normally when you go through a price move to the upside, a very nice one like we've seen in the last year, that tends to start moving down. And it did that, true to form, but it has reversed in recent days because what we learned is GBTC sold some of its Bitcoin. So those wallets hadn't been changed in a long time, right? Now that is done, at least for the time being. Now that is done, and it's going back up again as the price goes up. That's highly unusual. And I think it is because the long-term holder is saying, why would I sell now when I know all these institutions, which own nothing in this realm, in this new asset class, they have to consider it because it is a new asset class. In 2017, when Bitcoin was below $1,000, And there was a war going on between the Bitcoin maximalists and, those focused on the Ethereum network. Chris Bernisky, our first crypto analyst and went off to start Placeholder, he decided, you know what? We should have a meetup at our office between the Bitcoin and Ethereum supporters. And Bill was the grown-up in the room, set the tone from, the Ethereum side. And we had such a productive talk that I went out and bought Ether right away. I already owned a lot of Bitcoin because it was so convincing that there's a place for both. And so yes, we're very excited about the Ethereum network and Solana. And so they all play different roles. And what I love is there's kind of a little competition. I think competition is always good to keep the other networks honest. And so, yes, we think that decentralized finance, and we do call it now the internet financial system, which is really